Hello and welcome to 30 Minutes. Today we will be profiling your favorite countries, Mexico, Tajikistan, and America. So stay tuned. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And thanks for tuning in to 30 Minutes. This is our first episode, so you're watching history in the making. That's right. That's right. Extremely excited. Extremely. Now, we have a lot of great stories planned out for you here. It's all planned news, really. And I have a live studio audience, which I'm completely psyched about. Thank you for coming. So you'll be seeing some special reports. You'll be seeing some special reports from Courtney Buchanan and Mark Calderaro. But right now, we're going to take a quick look at the news. The news. Going to look at the news. Going to look at the news. All right. The New York City School District has decided to award high school dropouts with undiplomas. The undiplomas are written documentation that the students have failed to complete high school. After receiving these undiplomas, the high school dropouts went to their unprom and got their girlfriends unpregnant. What can you do with their unsperm? Reverend Al Sharpton continued his campaign for the Democratic presidential nomination Wednesday. Here, Sharpton addresses a group representing the NAAIP, the National Association for the Advancement of Invisible People. We used the picture for that joke. New Jersey doctors began what they are calling an indefinite work slowdown Monday. The slowdown is an effort to raise awareness of the exorbitant damage fees charged to doctors convicted of minor malpractice charges. During the slowdown, many doctors will only open their doors to the most severely ill patients. In related news, a representative of the United Middle School Janitor Association of Greater New York, commonly referred to as the UMSJAGNY, has announced that until we see real money and attain sufficiency, we will only be responding to the most severe puking incidents. Understandably so, really. Deputy Defense Secretary Paul Wolfowitz asserted Thursday that Saddam Hussein has threatened to kill his scientists if they cooperate with UN weapons inspectors. When reached for comment, Matthew Perry said, "Hey Saddam, could you be any more of a totalitarian dictator?" His neck then proceeded to get fatter. Come on, he's getting old, he's getting a little weight problem going. Who cares about Perry? Jesus. In an interview with Vanity Fair magazine, actor Ben Affleck put to end any rumors of a Valentine's Day wedding to girlfriend Jennifer Lopez by announcing that the Hollywood pair will most likely wait until next summer to tie the knot. Affleck did mention that he would be spending the day with his love and promised to shower her with extravagant candy. Folks, I'll tell you one thing. J-Lo hasn't seen this much chocolate since her days with P. Diddy. That one was a success. That was a success. A new impotence drug called Cialis is on the market to rival Viagra. Now, SNL tried to pull off this joke, but we're going to do it better. Doctors across the globe are prescribing the drug in increasing numbers. The drug is actually named after company exec Russell Cialis, who recently has vehemently protested the idea of his last name being synonymous with a drug designed to boost male libido. What a stiff. I mean, come on. That wasn't scripted, I swear. Geez, I mean, my name is also synonymous with enormous erect penises. And you don't see me complaining. So what's the deal? Police arrested rocker Courtney Love Tuesday at England's Heathrow Airport. The cabin crew said she verbally abused them on a Virgin Atlantic flight carrying 200 passengers. One flight attendant was quoted as saying, "She was so abusive, the sound of her voice just made me want to kill myself." Yeah, she kind of has that effect on people. And recently, unofficial civilian groups, including the Civil Homeland Defense, have stood watch at the U.S.-Mexico border to make sure that illegal aliens do not get past the really tall barbed wire fence. We're very lucky today to have with us Rand Cheech Geiger of the Civil... Yes. Now, Rand is of the Civil Homeland Defense Enthusiast Group. And, ¿cómo está, Rand?
Yo estoy así, pero tú, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, gracias.
Hey, bueno.
Excelente. ¿Y cómo está Tejas? They don't say the X's.
No, actually, it's a very serious matter right now down in Texas, Tejas.
Tejas.
Yes. We believe that the time for action is now, okay? Because in Texas, we love our churritos and gorditos and stuff. And if these illegal Mexicans keep coming in, the prices are going to rise.
I can see that.
Tostitos? I don't know what else. Gorditos?
Gorditos?
It probably will continue to rise. So we have to stop them now if we want to continue to eat food at the good price that it is.
Yeah, I think a pack of Doritos right now is about $1.99.
It's a little bit more.
I know that from my days on Supermarket Sweep.
Excellent. Well, people say that we shouldn't keep them out. They're very nice. They're very, very simpatico,
right.
These people.
Muy simpatico.
Muy simpatico.
Right.
Pero, I want to say this. One of them tried to kill my dad, Mexican Pete.
That's alarming. Okay, well, you know, Rand, I hate to interrupt, but I think we have some pictures here. Now, would you explain this first one to us? It appears you're in a tree.
Yes, that's a palm tree.
A palm tree. Now, they have those in Tejas.
We got two. Two palm trees, and what we do is we switch positions about 2 to 3 minutes.
Right. Okay.
Keeps you limber.
Okay, that's... Okay, now, would you have a plan?
Let me tell you. Okay. Yeah, I did. I developed this plan all on my own. I'm trying to move up in the ranks of the Civil Homeland Defense Enthusiast.
Okay.
This is, let's say it's Mexican Pete. Okay,
Mexican Pete.
That's Texas. That's the border. He ain't gonna get by, okay, but let's take a look. He's got two options. Say he tries to jump into the fence, okay? That's a big fence. We like to call it the big-ass fence of Texas. No F.A. come Texas, okay? Don't F with Texas. Now the second, say he gets over. That's me.
Muy bien, Rand. Well, Rand, that was truly enlightening. And as always, thanks a lot for being here.
No problem.
Rand Geiger. Oh. Now, in the world of journalism, there are many reporters, but I promise you, few are as hard-hitting as Courtney Buchanan. Fortunately, she is here now with a special report. Courtney Buchanan, everybody. Yeah. Courtney.
Thank you.
Take it away.
Well, as we all know, bribery is a hot topic in the news today. I was curious to see if this kind of shady business could be found here at Ithaca College. I think you will be surprised at what I found. Take a look.
Bribery. The act of influencing the action of another by corrupt inducements. It's been practiced since the beginning of time, and one would like to think that in the 21st century this barbaric form of persuasion has disappeared. Bribery is happening in our own backyard. The collegiate system is no stranger to making offers under the table. I was able to talk with a varsity athlete whose identity will remain anonymous to discuss these bribes.
Oh, there's bribes. I mean, they hand us lots of cash for spending money, hot girls, and cars.
So what you're saying is, you pretty much get whatever it is that you want.
Yeah, that's pretty much true. I mean, hey, if I wanted you, you'd be upstairs on my bed right now. Anything.
With absolutely no hard evidence to back us up, we believe that some schools spend over $5 million a year in bribes. Though it has come to our attention that some hotshots are bought for far less.
Get the camera out of my face. Get out of my face. We'd like to get a comment out of my face. Look, I don't have anything that you've been accepting bribes. Bribes from Ithaca College Television.
The latest case of corruption has been traced to Ithaca College Television. To acquire Dave Ferguson as host of the new hit show 30 Minutes, ICTV hit a new low. When harassed, producer Chris Kachapoli grew very angry with me.
Bribes? No. No.
Upon various attempts to confront Mr. Ferguson, my investigative team and I were denied comment.
Mr. Ferguson, could we get a comment from you regarding bribery?
No.
We want to get a comment from you regarding bribery, Mr. Ferguson. Could you please we need to get a comment from you.
Get that camera out of my face. Come on.
Is it true? Are the allegations correct?
Come on.
Finally, I managed to sit down with Dave and ask him about the scandals.
Well, no. No, that's bribes? No. Well, no.
Regardless of what Dave said, it is overwhelmingly apparent that he has accepted some offers.
Is it true that you've been accepting bribes from ICTV?
Come on, that's ridiculous. Bribes? Hold on, let me take this call real quick. Hello, you want me to take a bribe? Yes.
Mr. Ferguson is not fooling anyone. It's fairly obvious that he is in denial. Would someone who wasn't accepting bribes wear this much bling bling?
Though they may never admit it, and though we may never have proof, I know that there is some serious tomfoolery afoot at ICTV, and I will continue to investigate this case and prove that there is corruption, and indeed Dave Ferguson is accepting bribes. Back to you, Dave.
Thanks, Courtney. That was hard hitting. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with more 30 Minutes after this. Back, and you may have thought that I threw this pen before the last commercial break, but through the magic of television. Well, we've all heard of movie critics and music critics, but now I'd like to introduce you to our own life critic, Mark Calderaro. Mark.
Thank you very much, Dave.
Sure.
Now, as this is my inaugural life critique on 30 Minutes, I feel that there would be no better subject than everyone's favorite roommate, Mr. Dan Silver.
Okay.
All right. Now, for those of you who aren't privy to the ways of life critiquing, it goes a little something like this. First, you take a life expert, such as myself, and then I choose someone whose existence is rather questionable, right? I review many aspects of their life, from friends to knowledge to overall coolness, and I denote a letter grade according to how worthy they are of sustaining life. An A is completely outstanding. Dave is a prime example of an A.
Thank you.
Look at
We
that.
will no longer fire you.
But if you get an F, I think it's time to call the big guy now and ask for a mulligan. You know what I'm saying? Ha ha, woo! So, that's how it works, kiddies. Without further ado, let's take a look at the wonder that is Mr. Daniel Silver. Yep, okay, that's cool. It's cool, we'll wait. Oh, all right. Oh. So there he is, okay. Oh, nice background. That's pretty good. He's getting up. All right. Oh, now that is a dope away message, if I do say so myself. All right.
What's up, guys? Why's everything gotta be so complicated? Everything frustrated.
So, now we've gone through the early part of Dan's day. Looks pretty promising. He starts out with a nice shower song, Some of the words are a little missing, but did he nail those notes? So he's got a little bonus points there. But there is one thing that I'm not quite sure of. Guys, can we get another shot of that screen name? Oh, that is a cool name. Holy crap. Okay, that's a couple points. All right, so next, I sat down for a little heart-to-heart.
I got, friends all over, the towers, the east, east and west tower, up in rolling, up in the hood, Hilliard, Clark, and, Talcott, just all over I see, just got my boys. I don't know, we just go out, good time, party, we got party, and then we got drunk. It was college, rock,
So, seems to be starting out good. He's got names for all his groups of friends, and he seems to have a lot of them. So things just seem to be getting better. So, come on. He's partying and getting drunk. Can it get any better than that? Not by me. What do you think, Dave?
Not a clue.
That's right. So, I next observed some of his classroom habits.
Digital audio recorders. We used to have to use reel-to-reel audio recorders.
Reel-to-reel boring.
That was the thing.
Record your voice.
We're going to be at a party.
Forward on the tape, you can always fast forward. If you want to go backwards, you can rewind it. And which you are sending to the reel-to-reel recorder.
I think they're digging him.
And if you press fast forward, it'll go far ahead on the tape. Whereas if you press rewind, it'll go back.
All right, well, it was a little awkward, but I thought he was looking hot. So, anyway. But I wasn't really caring about the ladies anyway because I was looking forward to some of those kickin' parties that I'd heard so much about. So, after we had a short dinner, we departed back home and we started his night of activity right there.
How are you? Yeah,
All right, okay. So, let's recap. He can carry a tune. He's got a killer body. He's a little hit or miss with the ladies, but, who isn't nowadays? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'm not.
That's why you're an A, Dave, and I'm not. So, even though he can do some partying, he also enjoys a quiet night inside the dorm, as we all observed. So, I think after a lot of thinking about this, I think he lives up to the hype that is the screen name Hottie McHotster. So, I think Dan Silver deserves, I'd say a B+. B+. Back to you, buddy.
All right. Mark Calderaro, everybody. Well done. Well, now we have a little something for you sports fans. Here's Brandon Mim with the sports report. Brandon.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks, bro.
Here are the top stories from the world of sports. 5'6" Chicago Blackhawk forward Theron Fleury has been suspended for violating the Substance Abuse Aftercare program. He has apparently been beaten up in a naughty nightclub after having a little too much to drink. I was thinking, nightclubs should only ensure that their customers are 21, but they should also have a sign outside saying that you must be yay high to enter.
Theo is kind of short.
He's tiny. Good player, though. Yeah. Marlins signed catcher Pudge Rodriguez to a $10 million deal. It's interesting that a man by the name of Pudge can make $10 million a year. Apparently, Big Billy will be trying out for the Yankees this spring.
I like Big Billy.
Yeah. And finally, J-Lo reportedly bet 250 G's on Tampa Bay to win the Super Bowl. That's a lot of money, but probably not for her. She made a net profit of $400,000. When asked what she would do with the money, J-Lo replied, "I'm going to spend it all on my ass." That's all I have for you for the sports desk. Till next time, wear protection.
That's good. Good tip from Brandon Mim. Thanks, Brandon. Well, that was a very hard-hitting and enlightening report as well. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for some more news. Italian diver Roberto Mazzara recovered a bronze artifact that has been proven to be the bell from the Santa Maria. This prized artifact will be auctioned off starting at $1 million. When interviewed, Mazzara said, "The first thing I thought was, this thing should not be here. The feeling I had was like finding a refrigerator inside the Great Pyramid." Mazzara continued to say that if he did find a refrigerator in a pyramid, he would first see if it was unplugged and then sell that too. You know. Chess grandmaster Garry Kasparov has tied a computer once again in a 6-game man vs. machine contest. The 39-year-old grandmaster was booed by the crowd for accepting the draw, but soon after, the crowd loudly cheered when the forlorn chess champ accepted an instant message from Hooters Triple D. He was asking if he wanted to cyber. Apparently, Kasparov has a sex life after all. There is hope for the chess geeks, right? All right, how about them chess geeks? President Bush and his Homeland Security Council raised the threat level from the yellow, or elevated, to the orange level, indicating high alert. But U.S. Attorney General John Ashcroft comforted Americans, assuring them that the worst that could happen would be that we all die. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. Jeez. And now more news. A Disney movie. Yes, a Disney movie starring John Travolta is set to begin filming in Baltimore next month. After a brief interview with Disney executives, it became evident that they took the new project with Travolta after CEO Michael Eisner was ordered 500 hours of community service. Oh, come on. John's a nice guy. According to Diana Reese, co-chairman of the Bronx Zoo Wildlife Enrichment Program, female cheetahs enjoy rubbing up against tree stumps sprayed with Calvin Klein's Obsession perfume. Reese went on to say that we want to enrich the daily lives of the animals, both physically and psychologically, and the scents provide a way to stimulate the animals. However, the fragrance will be in high demand because entertainers Zingfried and Roy have attained all bottles of the perfume for their next Vegas show called Hardcore Thug Lovin'. We're not saying anything about Zingfried and Roy, all right? A China Airlines Boeing 747 picked up passengers at Shanghai's International Airport Sunday and flew to Taiwan, a step toward restoring transportation links between the two bitter political rivals. A spokesperson for China Airlines assured us that this will not be the last flight to fly to Taiwan. Hey, wait, it's not over. You gotta sit through a little bit more. He then ate a fortune cookie and added the words "in bed" to the end of the fortune. That's a lot of fun, that game. The tiny principality of Liechtenstein is putting itself up for rent in a bid to bolster its tourism industry. The new rent-a-state program lets corporate clients symbolically take over the tiny country of just 33,000 residents. This comes shortly after reports that Wegmans will be buying Canada for a hefty price of 874 billion Canadian. That's 36 US dollars. Well, that's about all the time we have on this section of the news. We're going to take it to a commercial and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Now it's time for our 30 Minutes Crime Report. Here's our beloved correspondent. He's a little bit Jesus and a little bit rock and roll. Tommy Herbst, everybody.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks. You know, around Ithaca College this week, a caller reported falling and then having to go to the health center for injuries sustained to the hip, knee, back, and neck. The individual was then rushed to Cayuga Medical Center. Ithaca College still intends to maintain emergency medical care for residents of Longview Retirement Home, despite the frequency of reports filed by the elderly. You know, Dave, I think it's great if administrators want to allow the geriatrics to attend classes and work with our students and even eat in the dining hall. But I don't know about the whole medical care thing. These complaints that have been called in range from broken backs to soiled diapers, and frankly, I feel bad for the ladies who have to work the late shift at Hammond Health Center. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know.
Well, it doesn't matter, because if you lost a pair of gloves, they've been found, and you can pick them up in the public safety office. In the Tower parking lot, 2 men were detained for making obscene gestures at the parking enforcement officer. When asked for proper identification, one of the men pulled his middle finger from his back pocket, made a funny face, a weird noise, and then took off into the woods. The second man, unsure of what to do, kicked the officer in the shins and followed suit. Also, if you've misplaced a scarf and a hat, they were found in the terrace dining hall last week. It's been turned over to the public safety office where you can pick them up at your pleasure. Lastly, the search continues for the man suspected of masturbating in the general stacks of the library last semester. Campus area police are still searching for the perp who stands approximately 6'2", weighs roughly 150 pounds with buzzed blonde hair and blue eyes. If you've got any information, please contact the Ithaca College Police Department. Have you looked in the mirror today, Dave?
About what?
Never mind.
Nice job, Tommy. Really. That was a great job. Very hard-hitting report, as we always guarantee here, and a public service announcement or two as well. Well, now it's time to turn to our favorite reporter, Andy Halliday, for an intriguing report. Andy.
Thanks, Roger. Thank you. Apparently, the imminent war in Iraq doesn't make pop star Sheryl Crow very happy. Hence, it can be very bad. The rock, folk, pop, country lady was seen in the American Music Awards sporting a T-shirt stating, "War is not the answer." The question, of course, is, how do I drag my career back out of the gutter? Crow's political activism has caused dozens of other celebrities to express themselves with custom-made T-shirts. For instance, Hugh Hefner, Big Pimpin' since 1945. And Michael Jackson, Big Pimpin' ages 4 to 5. Next we have Keith Richards, support the decrepit old rockers. And Bob Dylan, I second that. Christina Aguilera, just want to get dirty. Oprah, haven't been laid since I was 30. See, it's funny, because it rhymes. Mary-Kate Olsen, Full House bred. Ashley Olsen, Penthouse bound. The Bush Boys. Plays itself and the finally Saddam Hussein. Supporting Ithaca College. Thank you. And back to you, Skip.
Thanks a lot. That was phenomenal as always. We can expect this each and every time out of you, Andy, I'm sure.
Glad to be here.
Well, thanks again, and thanks to all of you for tuning in for this little bit of history. If you want to catch the real news, be sure to stay tuned to watch Newswatch 16 tomorrow night and Sunday night at 8 o'clock. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week on 30 Minutes. Nice.